Big sword made of undiscernible materials. Check. Armor made of a rare material that took thousands of years of pressure inside of the core of the earth to make, and will probably not be made for another 1,000 years. Check. Bathroom break? Check. Absolute hatred for the final villain of the game? Oh, you don't even have to ask. Anyway, I've made all the preparations I need to make, so on we go to the final boss of the game. Away we go. Oh, so he can't even come and see me in person. He sends his shadow at us. Great. You're looking a little bit weak there, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. Was your dragon's power linked to you? And by defeating it, I've caused you to become weaker than you were? Yeah, I hope so. Oh, really? Well, if that's the case, then why are we here? Yes, it is. And you are profaning it with your very existence. So is Julius. He's not divine, stupid. He's a human freaking being. I believe we've already established this in my theory. Yeah, really. It doesn't even make any sense. The human heart is weak, therefore Julius's heart is weak, because he is not a god. You can stop worshipping him, Mr. Cult Man. Oh, really? That's a theory I mean to test. Lingering doubts. You're really going to talk to me about lingering doubts? I made my way through your hordes of monsters, through your bosses, through your tower, through the desert that kept the tower. I went through mountains. I went through rocks that stoned me. I went through rivers and volcanoes to get a rusty sword to prove my worth. And you're going to talk to me about doubts? You, sir, do not understand a thing. It's sad when I meet people like you. Thank you, Duke. That is exactly what we are going to do. Well, if you see, then why are you doing this? Bogard! What is he doing here? Oh, wait. It's just the shadow of him, isn't it? I see where you're going with this, Julius. In his heart. Wait a minute. Shadows don't have hearts. I know this from Kingdom Hearts. So, that's the real Bogard? Oh, shit. Your wife? You mean the woman that intervened in the battle for with Vandal? What do you mean you gave her to Sanctuary knowing she'd never return again? I don't understand, Bogard. Okay. Seriously, Shadow, you're just making him look like a worse character by making him say, "Woe is me," like that. Oh, there's more? Great. Damn it, what are you doing to my friends? Lester. You can't mean that. He's not cold-blooded. Are you kidding me? He's... Oh, what could you possibly have to say, Willie? Yeah. What's wrong with that? You're going to nitpick on me here, Mr. Shadow? He was 6 years old. Or 8. Maybe 8 at most. That is instinct. You retarded idiot. I know that that's impossible because it's redundant, but you're an idiot. It's instinct. I suppose that's why he's saying it, though, because he's showing that our hearts are weak in that he ran, as opposed to, you know, throwing himself at Julius and killing himself, which is what the Shadow wants all along. So apparently, that's why he had him say that. What do you mean, you're up, Mana Girl? She's standing right next to me. You can't cast a spell on her. I'll make sure you don't. What are you... Elena. No. Don't do... This is impossible. I can't believe this. But that shouldn't... You're kidding, right? No kidding. You think I didn't know this? Mr. Shadow? Oh dear God, what is he doing now? Bogard, you're gonna take up your sword against me? Are you serious? This is craziness. Nice touch there, taking out the rusty sword, Duke. We're gonna have to fight all of these guys? I can't fight my friends. They're my friends. You just don't get it, do you, Shadow? I remember. I remember the first time we saw Elena. The first time we saw Duke and Elena. It wasn't a pretty picture. When they first met after 10 years of being apart. It wasn't a pretty picture. But it was a reunion. They found each other again. After such a long time. Just having that was enough to strengthen their bond, to the point at which it doesn't matter what's in their heart. See, Duke is realizing that his maturity over the game, while it has been a great step forward, he's still doubting himself. But the real story is that they need each other. There's the compassion that I was speaking of. Yes, I do. The sword is a rusty piece of shit. Why do I need a sword? I have my heart. The doubts in my heart are being cast away in the sword. Exactly, Shadow. You wouldn't understand what's going on. You have no heart. Exactly. I can't fight my friends. They're my friends. Doubts and all, wavering problems with their hearts and all, they're my friends. They're the reason we're here. And they're the reason we can move forward. Do what you will. I knew you'd pull through eventually, Elena. Oh hey, it's Count Lee. I guess he's hearing us talking. Well, thanks for that, Count Lee. It's Isabella! She's alright! That's great. Yeah, they need to have tea after this is all over. And we get Isabella's help as well. This is kind of like what happened with Grands and the Maveles, in that the Maveles, well, Marley isn't a Mavele, but the Maveles are lending us their strength. Marley's lending us her strength as well. But, you know, it's kind of not the same thing. But it's still very well appreciated. You and everyone else in that church giving us your strength, Marley. Thank you. Hey, there's the Elena I remember. You coming too as well, Bogard? And all of my friends are here now. Hey, Shadow. It's 5-on-1. Something tells me you're screwed. Depressing for you, maybe. Oh, look, it's Sibba. You know, we had the odds in our favor anyway. You didn't really need to add to it, but... the more the merrier at this point. More party members. Exactly. And now we're going to finish what we started. Yeah, if you haven't figured it out by now, Elena is Bogard's daughter. I think they've made it painfully obvious in the subtle details over the course of the game, but essentially, Bogard's wife that he sacrificed to Sanctuary was Elena's mother. That's why he didn't want to give her up. She would cast you off to be a father figure despite the fact that you're her father. No, that's not what it is. He's her knight in shining armor, besides me. Now, Duke's a little slow in the details, so that's probably why he doesn't understand. Yeah, it must have been a huge weight lifted off your shoulders now, Bogard. Especially since you haven't had to worry about that. Super fit, you bastard! You don't have any parents, Mr. Shadow, so shut the hell up. This is important to me, and important to all of us. Thank you, Lester. If we lived only on our strengths, we would not understand how life works, because life does not work on strength alone. We learn from our mistakes. We learn from our doubts, and we move on. You wouldn't understand. You exist for one purpose and one purpose only, to kill things. And while technically that's why the AI in this game exists, the story exists to show us that you have to accept people. It doesn't matter who they are or what they've done. You have to accept people for who they are and move on from the past. You can't let the past hold you back. You who would call me a lower life form, you who would stoop to my insults, what the hell does that make you? You are a bug at my feet. Not a cockroach. Something else, because cockroaches don't die when you squish them. But, yeah, exactly, Sibba. And now, you're going to pay for it. How dare we what? Your name is Vandal, and we shall knock you down. The tables have turned, haven't they? Exactly. Oh, what are you gonna do? We're standing here. What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna call your father guy, the guy that astral projected you. That's great. What an immature, prepubescent bastard. Seriously, he doesn't even want to be bothered by you. Why would you even bother to ask him if he doesn't even care about you? He's just like, yeah, take it, fine, whatever. Just don't bother me while I'm watching the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was so long ago, I don't know why I clinged on to that. Don't bother me while I'm watching March Madness. That's not for until next. What the hell? Are you serious? What is Lord Grands doing here? He's dead. Yeah, what about him? Wait. Okay, what are you talking about? Explain yourself. Oh, you have to be kidding me. Where did this come from, anyway? Why would you... Suddenly, my hands feel a whole lot dirtier than they were before this. I made the rabbits extinct, and in doing so, along with all the other monsters I've killed in the past however long I've done, I inadvertently killed Lord Granz. Are you kidding me, game? Well, Bogard, it's Lord Granz. How are we supposed to make ourselves scarce if there's no door? Where do you want us to go? Oh, I see. You guys are going to take care of the shadow while we move on. What do you mean, Lester? I mean, they have a deep trust and compassion for each other, but they don't like each other like that. I guess they're supposed to take care of themselves. Oh, now you're saying that you're better than your master. I hope you burn in the 9th circle of hell. I hope Gormand reaps you and benefits from the darkness in your soul. Actually, no, I don't. Gormand getting more darkness would be a terrible idea. What do you mean, different? How is accepting my faults different than taking off? Accepting our faults is the reason we can move forward. If my friends tell me to make myself scarce, there's a reason for it. The world is at stake here, you idiot. Well, that was easy. Damn, he knocked us all down. I guess the tables have turned again. Well, this is terrible. No. You're not going to get a chance. We'll get back up and we'll... Granz is alive. I guess he was, but... Yes, do something about it, Granz. You've been passive and let them walk all over you for too long. Take back the sacred lights! Yeah! There we go. Suck on those apples, Shadow. Well, yeah, you were essentially the monsters, so I would imagine you were always watching us. Well, thanks, Lord Granz. Makes me feel much better about myself. Okay, I guess we'll get out of here. I will, Bogard. I will. Light. This light. Don't you feel it, Elena? This is the left hand of the goddess, the light of hope. The strength of all of the individuals on the planet is in us now. They're all counting on us to bring a better future to the planet that we all love. We have to do this. There's no way back anyway, so if we didn't, we would be pretty well screwed. So, away we go. We walk towards the future. In our left hand, we hold the light of hope. In our right, the sword of mana. No one can stop us now. Hello, Jesus Christ. Or, that's what you think you are, anyway. In reality, you are no different from the Shadow. Aside from the fact that you're human, and the Shadow is not, but... What are you trying to say? The Shadow killed them? There's no way. Shadow's a piss-poor, weak idiot. I was looking for something else there to say, but I couldn't find the words. What do you mean, too late? Oh, no. He touched the mana tree. Yeah. What are you planning, anyway? That's just great. He wants the goddess. Well, you're a human being, and given consideration that you were at one point a Geminite, as far as my theory goes, you would have faith in the goddess, so you would want to meet her. I think that's how most faith in the world works. You want to meet the Creator when you die. I guess he's accepting the fact that he's going to kill himself at the end of this anyway. Yeah, well... Oh, you masochistic bastard. Indentured servitude? Are you insane? Well, we already know that, but... You will not uphold the world. You can't uphold the world. You're insane. A faltering foundation cannot hold up a building, Julius. This much I know from engineering. No, you won't, Vandal. Despite the fact that your father somehow managed to like her, he didn't do shit for her. And you aren't doing it either. No. You're a stalker and a creeper, and you've been doing that for the whole game. She's not gonna come anywhere near you. She wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. Free you from... Oh, more stuff that they have to reveal at the end here? What are you talking about, Julius? Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. Would someone please tell me? Because this is kind of disorienting. Yeah, what about her? Oh my god, you're kidding. That's ridiculous! Well, yeah, you've been around for 20 years here, pretty much. You would know how it goes. Thanks a bunch, Julius. There are going to be a whole lot of mana believers who are going to be really pissed at you after this, if they're watching. There is no god, only Zul. Or wait, that was something else, never mind. If you've ever played Final Fantasy X, this might look familiar. Essentially, in order to hold up the world, a Mana Clan believer, namely a woman from the Mana Clan, must be sacrificed to the Mana Tree. Essentially, despite the fact that we have talked about walking towards the future and blah blah blah, Duke's fate has been sealed from day one. He's come to the Mana Tree to give Elena to the tree as a sacrifice in order to uphold the world. So despite the fact that we've been trying to defy Dark Lord, defy Julius, defy the fate that we've been given here, we were putty in his hands the whole time. You know how that makes me feel? That makes me want to punch a baby. That's how bad that makes me feel. If you've ever heard of a Xanados Gambit, this is a Xanados Gambit, and this is how you do a Xanados Gambit. It's really good storytelling, but it still makes me want to punch a baby. And that doesn't make me too happy. Yeah, seriously, then she'll die. I don't want her to die. Why didn't you say anything? It could have been a little bit better if you at least had told me something. They were all in vain. You putting me down while I'm already down, Julius, is not making me happy. You're gonna make me want to rise up and kill you. You do realize that, right? Join you? After the kind of stuff you've been spewing at me for... That sounded so nasty. After the kind of junk that you've been talking to me about, and the trash that you've been talking about me for the past 5 minutes, you want me to join you? While that may be tempting, I realize where I have to go from here. Julius, you've misinterpreted my opinion of you. Despite your offer and how tempting it may be, I'm here to save the world. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm not going to live. I'm not going to let the woman I love live for the entire world to die. There are certain sacrifices that have to be made for this to work. She's ready to do it. There's nothing I can do now. If I left her to be free of her fate and I joined you, we would all become as I was when I was emotionally traumatized from my first love. As I have felt since I began college after that love. We would become numbers in your slaughter. I won't be a number. I won't be made into a pawn in your scheme. I won't live in your illusions. You have no power over me. What the? The sword. It's